Hey, do you use Final Cut to edit videos, talking head videos like this? Would you like to learn how to color balance that really quick? I'm going to show you my workflow for color balancing talking head videos like this one, and that video is going to start right now. Hey everybody, my name is Sean Seymour. I do videos about photography and technology. In this video, I'm going to show you my quick and fast workflow for color balancing talking head videos like this. Let's go ahead and jump on the computer and I'll show you how I do it in Final Cut Pro. There we go. Let's use a pretty picture. The first thing I do when I want to color balance my videos is I always remember to shoot a white card. Now, anything that's pure white will work for this, so I'll just go ahead and hover the playhead over that. If you go over here to this little magic wand, click on color balance, then you'll notice up here, if you go to the inspector, there's color balance. Now, I don't want it to use automatic. I want to set it myself. The eyedropper tool is already highlighted. All I have to do is go in here and tell it where there's actual white. Click and we'll drag. Sometimes it's a little hard to get it. I hate this eye, but this eyedropper is a pain in the eyedropper. Okay, and it does it automatically. Now, I wish that they would give me some indication of what they did, but as near as I can tell, they don't. Okay, the next thing that I do is I go ahead and I come down to my effects browser and I go to masks. Go ahead and click on draw mask and bring that out and put it right on the clip. Now you can see that draw mask is highlighted. I'm gonna go ahead and go over to my window, and in my workspaces, I'm just gonna use the color and effects because I wanna be able to see the scopes. So now you can see that I have the Luma scope over here, an RGB overlay, a waveform, and a vector scope. Now the vector scope is telling me that there's all kinds of information in here, but I want to isolate that to skin only, which is why I put the draw mask on top of this clip. So I'm going to take and draw a mask just on my cheekbones. And you can see here it's just on my cheekbones. Then I'm going to come down here and look at the vector scope. That line like right there represents human skin tone, and it looks like I'm right on the line. So I can uncheck the draw mask and it will take the mask away. If I had to make a correction, I make the correction right here under the color inspector, I guess you call it, and you can change the temperature, and as I do, watch that vector scope over there and you'll notice that it starts sliding off of that line. So I'm just gonna make it right on the line, and that just increased the temperature a little bit. I don't mess with tint or hue in the skin, I just leave it alone. Okay, I'm good with that. I'm gonna go ahead and uncheck that, draw mask, and go back to my colors. Now, in essence, I have a good skin tone to work with, which is for a talking head, all I really care about. The next thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna bump my highlights up, which I always do, and bring my shadows down just to create a little bit of contrast in my face. You'll see over here on my Luma scope that I've got some things that are being blown out, but right in here is where my face is, right? This is my skin tone right in here. So I'm good with that. I'm also good with blowing out some of the shadows in the background, which is this area here, because I really don't care if there's detail in those shadows or not. If you did care if there was detail in the highlights and the shadows, then you would want to be sure that you didn't use your color wheels to the point where you're blowing those things out or you're losing all the detail. I do want a little bit of contrast to my face, which is why I'm okay losing some of these shadows back here, the shadow detail. Highlights, you can see my hat, great, not really worried about that, and my skin tone, and we're good to go.
Hey, now that you've learned how to color balance, I wanted to mention that I have
a beginning photography course that is going to take you from a absolute beginner and take you to where you can get predictable results every time that you bring out your phone or your camera. If you're interested in that photography course, go ahead and click on the link in the description below. Give me your information and I will send you an email when that course is ready. Okay, that takes care of my color. It also takes care of adding a little contrast to my face by bumping the highlights and bringing the shadows down. And that is pretty much all I do for a talking head. Hey, well, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, hit that like button down below and subscribe to this channel for more of this kind of content. If you're interested in talking head videos and synchronizing those talking head videos with screen records, that means B-roll being a screen record of something that you're talking about, and you want to synchronize those really quickly, check out this video I've got right over here, because that video is talking about how you can create a secondary magnetic timeline to save you hours of editing. Until I see you on the next video, my friend, please keep it simple.